Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Young Kings, to Real Talk Tuesday. I'm talking about Young Kings. All my Young Kings, welcome to Real Talk Tuesday. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's really near and dear to me, and I should say personal. And for me, the reason why I titled this Real Talk Tuesday is because I felt like one of the best ways to really have convo is to just to be straight up about things. And so yesterday I found myself, man, like really dealing with life. And when I say dealing with life, I'm like I really felt like stuff was heavy, like so heavy where I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Like I was close to doing this number, like I was real close to tapping out. And I ended up not tapping out, man, but the desire or the thought to do so, like it was there. It was on me. Like it wouldn't let up. Like I felt myself feeling tired. And when I say tired, I'm not just saying like physically exhausted, but I felt like mentally and emotionally drained. Spiritually, man, I felt like, man, I'm giving it everything I got. I don't know. Maybe it's not to be, right? Like these are the thoughts that's crossed my mind. And I remember coming home after a hard day of work, and I just crashed on my bed, man. And when I crashed, I finally woke up. You know, my oldest son's like, "Hey, Daddy, it's time to eat. You know, we about to get in here and get some dinner as a family, and we gonna pray. You know, like we normally do." And I was like, "All right, let me get up." Because of the way I was feeling, I was like, man, I ain't even hungry. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm like, I'm not hungry. But we went on, we thanked the Lord for the food and whatnot, man. And I found myself going right back to the bedroom, and I laid on the bed, closed my eyes, and because of the heaviness, like I'm not even joking, y'all. Like I could feel tears welling up in my eyes, man. And have you ever been in a situation where you just kind of felt like I'm around people, but I still feel like I'm by myself, right? And that was me, like in that moment, just to be transparent, like that was me. And it was so heavy, I was like, man, let me go take a walk. And I ended up taking like this over 4 mile walk, you know what I'm saying? But it was me trying to find a space to recharge. And I knew that I needed that. And so today I want to talk to y'all, man, about those moments when you feel like just tapping out. You're like, I'm done. I'm done, man. Like I gave it all I got. I don't believe I can give more. I want to talk about that for a moment. And I want to talk about it for a number of reasons. And the biggest reason is I can only imagine I'm not the only one that feels that, right? And maybe you're feeling that way like right now. And I heard somebody say it this way. They said it's okay not to be okay. So can I say that for a moment? Like it's really okay not to be okay. Typically as men, what we want to do, we want to appear to be like we got it together. I got this thing figured out. And in so many ways, you know, we want to be looked at as a Superman, so to speak, you know, and we don this cape like we good, and we're able to save the world. And I'm just saying, like, for real, like it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay like that. It's not okay to stay like that. And so in those moments when we feel that, man, I'm not okay, that those are the perfect moments for us to say, you know what, bro, can I holler at you? I need some help. And on my way back from the walk last night, man, I remember calling up my pastor, who's like a father figure to me, right? Y'all know the story. I lost my dad when I was 14. So really didn't have dad, at that point. And even for most of my life, I didn't feel that connection, with my dad until the last couple of years of his life. But bottom line, like I don't really have that dad to go to. And so my pastor's like a father figure to me. I call him up. I'm like, man, can I talk to you? And I just want you for a minute, man. I want you to think about those moments when you're like, people say you're in your head. I hear you. But when that headspace is all messed up, man, when it's like cluttered, when it's mucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just all these negative emotions or all these bad memories, all these unfortunate, these thoughts of unfortunate situations you had to deal with. Like it's all just mucked up. Who do you talk to? Like who's your go-to? Is it your pops? Is it your coach? Is he a big brother? Is it your pastor? You know what I'm saying? Is it your girl? Like your mom? Like who is it that you go to? And it's super important, man, for us to identify those people. Don't wait until it gets crazy and you're on that verge of tapping out to try to identify who they are. I want to challenge you right now. If it's calm right now, you feeling peace in your life, identify them right now. Like please hear what I'm saying, man. Identify them right now. That's nothing more than if, say, a tornado, we know we in a tornado prone, town. Every year, come July, come August, we know a tornado is gonna rip through this city and it's gonna cause a whole lot of damage. Well, you're not gonna wait until July or August during tornado season to start building a bunker, right? You're not gonna wait until the tornado season to start figuring out, okay, what am I gonna do when the tornado hits? You're not, right? You're gonna figure out what your safety plan, if you will, what that is prior to. And I'm saying the same thing here. You identifying who that person is that you can call, that you can tap into, that you can be transparent with, and there not be any judgment. Like you identifying those people right now is super, super important. Here recently, some of y'all may not have paid attention to it, but in Chicago, there were, I believe it was it 30? I think it was 30 people that ended up getting shot. Like they got hit with bullets. And I think 4 of them had passed away, or 6. It was either 4 or 6. They had died as a result of those gunshot wounds. Life is short, man. Listen to me. Life is short. And what it was them. I think they were at a party or whatever. And somebody just started opening up fire and they gone. Life is precious, man. Here down in Texas, man, we had, I think it's over 100 people now that are reportedly missing, right? And more than likely like dead because of the flash floods that took place. Life is precious. Like, listen to me, man. Life is precious. And when we're dealing with the heaviness, it don't have to be a natural disaster. It don't have to be a mass shooting, for our lives to be in jeopardy or be at risk of being lost. Like, it can be those heavy thoughts, man, we deal with. And we don't know like how fragile, how precious life is until we at that point when we're ready to crack or we're ready to tap out. And I'm saying in those moments, before they get there, before you get to that place, identify who it is that you need. But once you get there, make sure you actually tap into them ASAP, because it's just one move, man. All it takes is one move, and you just in your head, you just in your feelings, and you decide to tap out. And that tap out is you killing yourself. Like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Like, find that person. So today, again, I want to talk about tapping out. I want to talk about the 5 signs, man, because I realize there's 5. There's more than 5 signs, but I picked out 5 that you can tell when you're on the verge of getting ready to tap out. And I want to identify some of those. But before I do that, I'll be remiss if I did not actually shout out all my sponsors, or at least the sponsor of the week. For this week, it's First State Bank here in Waco, Texas. Man, definitely thank you guys for sponsoring us and sponsoring our initiative, Hope for the Underdogs, where we're actually going into all the juvenile detention centers and the juvenile correctional facilities throughout the state of Texas. And we're going to give them motivation, and then we're going to turn around and leave these books behind for them to check out. Today I win with Tests Go Beyond the Classroom. And today we win how real students found the answers to life's tests. These are featuring students from Connolly High School and La Vega High School here in Waco, Texas. And the reason why we're doing it is because we found out 70 to 80% of those young people who are locked up, they can't even read at a 4th grade level. They can't. And many of them have experienced serious trauma, and that's the reason why they are where they are. And that's the reason why they choose the lifestyle they choosing, because of reaction to the trauma. And so in these books, we break down, like especially this one right here, I break down those hardships that I went through, those traumas that I experienced as a kid, but then those 7 principles that helped me to overcome. And so First State Bank has actually sponsored a lot of these books for us to be able to leave behind. If we can get them to find, get connected to the stories, we can hopefully help them to find a love for reading. The love for reading can turn into love for learning. That love for learning can actually begin to help them change their mindsets and their belief system. That way, when they get out, they're less likely to go back in. And so, again, shout out to First State Bank for being our premier sponsor and the sponsor of the week for this here episode. But yeah, man, so getting back to the 5 signs, you know you're about to tap out if you experience one of these 5 signs right here. Or let me say, it could be an indicator that you're about to tap out. I won't say you know you're gonna tap out, because you might not. All right, but anyhow, so sign number 1, you find that you experience this loss of interest. Like, you used to like doing this or doing that. One of my favorite things to do is to hang out with my family. I love laughing. I love messing with them. I love just joking around. I love watching things that are funny. And yesterday, man, I was like, man, I ain't in the mood. Like, I'm not interested in that. Like, I don't want to, right? And that was one of the key indicators, right? So a loss of interest in your purpose or your passions, right? The second thing I want you to think about is isolation. Like, if you get to that point where not only did you lose interest in the thing that you're normally passionate about or your purpose, like, man, I just don't feel like playing basketball if you're a hooper. Man, I don't want to do it, bro. Man, but that's usually a go-to move. Yeah, but I ain't gonna do it. And then on top of that, you find yourself being isolated. I don't want to be around nobody right now. When normally that's what brings you, that's what gives you energy. That's what fills up your cup. Yeah, that could be a key indicator that you're on the verge of getting ready to tap out. The third one I want you to think about is having a short temper, or being extremely sad, or just having emotional numbness altogether. Like, you ain't feeling nothing, right? You being temperamental, like you easily triggered. Just one little thing can cause you to snap. And it was something that was petty, right? Somebody probably said, hey, instead of saying hey and calling you by your name, right? And you just snapped. When you have the loss of control of your emotions like that, or you have no emotional feeling at all, that's probably a good sign, man. You're on the verge of tapping out. The next thing I want you to think about, this is number 4, sign number 4, is talking about being tired, being stuck, or saying things like, man, what's the point? What's the point? It don't matter no way, right? So you feel like things are just pointless. That's another key sign. Now, if you say you're tired, I know, man, you can finish, practicing. You can finish doing the game and you can be tired. I ain't talking about that kind of tired. I'm saying like, I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of putting forth effort. That tired, right? Like you don't have a drive. There's no true motivation to keep moving. You're tired. And then the last one I want you to think about is this, man, it's inconsistent habits. You're skipping commitments and you're avoiding responsibility. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be looking after my little brother, my little sister, man, but you can miss me with that, bro. I know I'm supposed to go pick them up from school, but nah, you can miss me with that. I know I'm supposed to be showing up to work. I'm not even gonna call in. I'm just not gonna show up. Like you find yourself actually avoiding responsibilities. Or again, you have inconsistent habits. You normally shower every night, you know what I'm saying? And you take pride in your hygiene and all this, and you go 3-4 days and you ain't showered yet. You're inconsistent in your habits. You're skipping your commitments, right? Those are telltale signs, man, that you might be on the verge of tapping out. And let me tell you this, I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again, that you got somebody that's counting on you to make the right move. I call them your little Quincy. I keep talking about my little Quincy, man, because even last night when I was going through what I was going through, I promise you, my little Quincy's popped right back up in my mind. Who is that? My wife, our 5 kids. Like I just kept thinking, like, nah, man, like I gotta keep pushing. Like let me hit the pause button, maybe, right? I can hit the pause button. Let me stop doing what I normally do and let me just focus on me recharging. Let me focus on me, getting better, right? Let me fill up my cup. Let me go do it. And it took a minute to fill up the cup. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like even coming back from the walk, like I was still feeling a certain kind of way, didn't really want to be bothered. But as time had went on, man, I found myself slowly coming back around. And now I feel like I'm probably about 85%, just to keep it real, like still trying to fill up, but I'm just saying that think about your little Quincy, man, when you're in that position, because your little Quincy is going to be the one that's going to be most impacted. If you decide to tap out, your little Quincy is going to be the one that's going to be most impacted. How would you feel if you knew your little Quincy life was turned upside down because you decided to tap out? I ain't just talking about suicide, like that. Like, please don't limit it to suicide. I'm talking about you saying, man, forget it. I'm not going after my dreams no more. I'm not going after these goals that I have set. I'm not giving my best effort anymore. I don't want to fulfill my purpose. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of it. How would that impact your little Quincy? That's the part I want you to think about. Like, for real, if your little Quincy saw that, if they witnessed you going through that, how would they be impacted? And even if you did decide to tap out, like, and take your own life, like, how would they be impacted? They would be devastated, man. And could you stand to see your little Quincy that way? No, probably wouldn't. Most people say no. And I'm just saying for you, like, consider your little Quincy when you're going through that, because they're the ones that are going to be most impacted. So that's the reason why I'm saying pay attention, man, to those moments when you're ready to tap out. Like, pay attention for real. When you start seeing these signs, man, there's a loss of interest in my purpose or my passions. I'm isolating myself. I'm pulling back from being connected with the people I care about. Maybe it's a brotherhood. Maybe it's your team. Maybe it's your siblings. Maybe it's your mom, your dad, your family, your girl, like whoever it is. You find yourself pulling back. You drawing back like, no, I'm good on that. Like, I don't want to. And you going days on days of doing that. You're going weeks, months doing that. Like, listen, man, those are telltale signs, bro. Telltale signs. I want you to really pay attention. And when you begin to see that, that's when you got to say, hey, hold on. Whoever that person is, you can confide in. I need some help. Whoever your N1 is, I need some help, man. Like for real, I'm hurting. When you start getting all moody with your emotions, or you feeling like, man, like I just can't feel nothing right now. I don't really care, right? Like those are telltale signs. All right. So what I want to do now, man, I want to dig now. I want to dig into our toolbox, man. Tap out, burn out, giving up on life. I have been there. Yeah, for sure. Man, let me so I'm looking at a comment right here. Yeah. Yeah. So you understand. And I appreciate you saying that, for real, Amia. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I wanna show you guys. I want to show you this real quick. And this right here, this will be the King's Toolbox. So there's 4 things I want you to look at, and you can take it or leave it, man. But one I've already alluded to. So when we think about persevering, right? When we think about pushing through and not tapping out, rest is power. Like, I just want you to put that in the chat for me. Like, rest is power. Like, just just put that in the chat, because what I realized for me is that I can get up after having 4 hours of sleep, and those 4 hours can be broken up sleep, and I'll just push, crash, get back up, 4 hours of sleep, broken up sleep, push. And I'll do that all throughout the week. By the time I get to the end of the week, man, I'm like gone. Like I'm like crashing for, I don't know, hours on hours, right? That's not the way to go, man. Like, rest is super important. So rest is power, right? The other part is reset your energy and don't reject your purpose. So when I say reset your energy, I'm saying, like, take time for real. All right. Where should I really be putting my energy? Because I'm like drained right now. Whatever's gonna bring you, like, help you to recharge, that's where you should be putting your energy. I told you, for me, I love laughing. So, man, one of the things I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna sit up and just binge, right? But I'm gonna take some time, maybe an hour, 2 hours. I'm gonna watch some stuff that's funny. I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna start, wrestling with my son or something, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be kissing on my wife's neck or whatever. Like, I'm gonna do something that's going to make me smile, not just on the outside, but make my heart smile, right? But that's me resetting my energy, doing those things that makes my heart smile, right? I'm gonna spend some time with the Lord, man. To be honest with you, like, that's one of my go-tos. Like, I find myself, I'll go on, like, just walks around the neighborhood, and I'm just feeling better. You know what I mean? Just to be out there in the elements, but then having that time with the Lord like that, that's recharging for me, right? But you got to find that thing that's gonna help you reset your energy. The other thing I would say is this, man, talking about the reset and not quitting part. For me, I found that we can be some impulsive people, man. Like, we will make decisions off of emotions without really thinking. And so I want us to play chess. And what I mean by playing chess, I'm saying to use the 24-hour rule. And what you're going to do is that when you're on the verge of getting ready to tap out, I want you to tell yourself, I won't quit today. I'll reassess tomorrow. And give yourselves 24 hours before you decide to tap out. I know 24 hours can be a long time. And that's the point, right? Like, give yourself 24 hours. If you really on the verge of tapping out, like, give yourself 24 hours and say, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna tap out. At least not right now. I'll check back tomorrow and we'll see what happens from there. I'm almost certain, man, you give yourself that amount of time, your mood is going to begin to change. Your emotions are going to begin to shift. And that's the thing. When we make impulsive decisions, we're making emotional decisions. And so our emotions can be really high. Like I'm really, like, high on frustration. I'm high on being angry or being bitter or resentful or whatever the case is. But we give some time, and that eventually that emotional high is going to begin to decrease. And once it does, man, now make your decision. Like, get about your feelings. Because although the feelings may be true, they can still lead us right into a lie. Man, your life ain't worth it. Your life ain't worth living. That's a lie. Yeah, I may be hurt. I may feel alone. I may be lonely, right? But it doesn't mean my life's not not worthy or worthy, right? It doesn't mean that. And so let those emotions, let them calm down. Within 24 hours, that should have happened. And by then reassess. Do I really want to tap out? Probably not at that point. All right. The next thing I want you to think about is forming your no quit circle. All right. I'm talking about like maybe 2-3 people that you'll go to. And it's like, man, anytime I'm going through something, I'm gonna hit up Kevin, I'm gonna hit up Ricky, I'm gonna hit up Marcus, right? Like whoever those people are. I don't know. I'm making up names. Like for me, I hit up my boy Derek Lamar. I hit up my pastor, and I also hit up my brother, man, Jeremy Anderson. Like I hit him up. Like, man, I need some help, bro. And I don't know. Like I don't know who it is for you, but I'm saying you should have 2 to 3 people in your no quit circle that you can tap into. And when it gets to that point where you're on edge, man, hit them up. Hey, man, pray for me. Hey, man, can you talk right now? Hey, dog, hit me up like real quick. Like whatever it may be. And the last one I want you to think about, how does quitting affect your last name? Now, I didn't wear my jersey today, man. I was starting to, but how does quitting affect your last name? Because remember, anything you do is not just you that you're representing. You're representing your family, right? You're representing your legacy. You are. You're also, if you're like me, you're a man of faith. You represent the Lord, Jesus Christ, like you doing that. And so anything you do is going to have a direct reflection on those people that you're representing. One of the biggest things that we can all agree on is that we all got a last name, and that we're affecting our last name. We're affecting our legacy. And so I want you to really think about that. How does this move right here, me tapping out, how does that really impact my legacy? How does that look? How does that reflect on my family? All right. So those are the things I want you to think about when it comes to the King's Toolbox. But right now I want to open it up, man. I just want to ask y'all just one simple question. What keeps you from quitting? Right? Like talk to me. What's that 1 or 2 things that keeps you from tapping out and you quitting? I want to see that. What we got? Yep. I love it. Man, that's good. So you said before you make a life-altering decision, halt, which means to make sure you are not hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. That's good. That waiting 24 hours at the land to make a decision, that's big. To quit, to not quit, or to keep going. Yep, cool. Knowing I have OT. Okay. I think he meant something else though. Talk to me, D. What you got? Makes a difference. Cool. What keeps you from quitting? Yeah. What keeps you from quitting? All right. Like for real, I want to see what y'all got, man. All right. So knowing I have other people who would be affected by me quitting. Yeah. That's good. That's good. People, Marines, or my church family, or my family relying on me. Yep. That's good. That's good. For real. Real talk. Real talk, man. I appreciate y'all sharing. So, and I asked you that question, not just for me to be able to read it, but for you to know Like this is the thing that really does keep me from quitting. And then there's gonna be somebody else gonna tap in. They watching, man, and they gonna be like, dang, like I wasn't even thinking about my church family. I wasn't even thinking about, my family or the people I work with. Like I wasn't even thinking about that, right? So you just help somebody else, whether you know it or not. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I had an old mentor of mine when I was doing network marketing, business and network marketing, and he used to say this. And the cool thing about this mentor is that he had went from being a mailman to being a multimillionaire, right? In this particular business. But one thing that he would always say, he ended up coining the phrase, it's impossible to stop a man or a woman who will not quit. Again, he said it's impossible to stop a man or a woman who will not quit. You want to be unstoppable? You want to be one of those forces that people want to be reckoned with? Like, the key is to not quit, man. That's it. I know as simple as that may sound, that's the secret right there, man. You really want to win in life? It's the matter of not quitting. It's a matter of not quitting. What I found out, man, especially as I'm walking this walk with the Lord, is that for all those that love the Lord, man, like we in a position right now where we already got the victory. Like we already got it. So we should be operating from a place of victory. But every now and again, we have those moments where it's like, man, I don't feel like I'm winning. And that's what I was having yesterday, man. But I'm so grateful that right now, no, I'm feeling good. Still trying to bounce back in terms of like physical recovery, but no, I'm feeling good now. And I'm grateful for that. But I'm gonna close with this: that there is no quit in you, young king. Listen to me. There is no quit in you, young king, and even for my young queens that may be on, there's no quit in you. I'm gonna challenge you again to just rest, make sure you refocus, and make sure you rise to the occasion. I told you guys, listen to me. You are a winner, but win is a choice. So whatever you do not quit. This Coach D. I'm out. Once again, shout out to First State Bank, man. Definitely appreciate y'all for being our sponsor of the week.